I think I can agree with you there. This is just something for us to, like, learn to appreciate, like, art for the way it is. Like, there's no... Like, yes, when it comes to monetizing something and getting people's attention more, like, you know, you want a bigger audience and stuff, depending on the artwork that you have. If you don't think about the money part of it and, like, what you expect to get from it, what you're doing right now shows more about yourself and what you're able to bring out just because, you know, it was your idea. Like, you can't say that... Okay, this might sound dumb, but, you know, painting a gray canvas, like, just painting a canvas gray can still count as art in some way because you put your hand and, like, thought into it. I mean, me as an individual, I'm gonna look at it and be like, cheap bastard. You just wasted your damn time on a canvas like painting it gray, but I'll appreciate you doing that because you put your time and effort on it. I mean, I don't know why you just painted it gray, but still. You did it that way.
I mean, there's the classic response to, like, the sort of modernist, like, Jackson Pollock work of, oh, well, my child could do that, or, you know, anyone could paint that, I could paint that.
Exactly, that's the whole point.
But the best comeback I've ever seen to that particular statement is like, okay, you could do it, but you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's art, because somebody went and did it.
I mean, like, I think Justin Roiland said it better on, like, one of the episodes of when Summer says, why does everyone, like, die so violently in, like, one of these clips? And then Morty just, like, gets really, like, passionate and, like, pissed off. Like, you know, it's just a way of...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a kind of a weird moment.
Well, because, you know, think about it. This guy, like, before Rick and Morty became famous, he's literally, like, drawn pictures of dicks and balls being sucked on a cartoon. Watching some kind of, like, lovable-looking character cutting faces of children and then wearing them. And,
I think we can all agree that Justin Roiland is just one of those people who works better who produces better works when he's constrained by, like, censorship.
Yes, but when he has time to himself, it's something fun. Like, I'm not gonna... Oh yeah, you forgot to do this.
Oh shit.
No.
Alright, well... That was,
What's the next one?
Yeah. Art is art,
Hades.
enjoy it.
Hades.
Hades is the
Hades
next one.
Cup.
You're not even done after you fight him.
Okay,
Well, there goes most of your health.
any items? Use your elixir.
The thing is, you can't hit him yet when he's burning you. You have to wait for him to stop.
Of course.
No, you can hit him now. It's just when he, like, activates his, feel the heat and, like, becomes Flame Boy. Then
I like how... Okay, so I think I mentioned this before, but I still love how Hades just doesn't care what's happening to him. Like, look at his face. Like, he just looks so depressed.
He's basically Satan.
Wait, didn't we just beat Satan?
You're right.
We did beat that ass, it was nice.
Sorbet stops in the middle of the fight saying, hey, wait, didn't we fight you already?
Oh, God!
Excuse me, I'm a Christian. I don't believe in you.
But what about the Greek Orthodox Catholics?
Alright, next one. Had its 5th season released this year.
Oh.
SpongeBob.
After a long hiatus.
Oh, Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
Oh, without a doubt, I love that show.
Samurai Jack is, in my opinion, one of the just greatest things that have ever been on television.
Anything that involves animation, I remember when that show came out, it was actually a movie kind of version. Like the first episode. And I remember actually watching it with my parents, and my parents were like, oh, this is something different from Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, yeah, I actually like this. And my parents were like looking at some of the cartoon characters in here, and they're like, oh, they look like one of those old cartoons that I used to watch as a kid. And it was so fun, just like, you know, spending time with my parents watching a cartoon. You know, on something that involves a samurai who is alone, promised to basically save his family after years of training and learning so many different diverse cultures and different ways of fighting and how to be a good person either way. Like, it's cool because you see that version and, like, different cultures from his part of the world, and then suddenly he's thrown into the future where somehow you have Celtic Highlanders, which is interesting. I don't know. I have learned to appreciate culture because of it. Like, they were really detailed on. You okay there, Andy? You okay there, Sora?
They were really detailed about the
Whoa.
culture of the dog people.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
love the dog people, but like,
It has a better adaptation of the Battle of Thermopylae than 300.
the Norwegian Vikings and everything. They really cared about like what Valhalla was like, Asgard and everything.
What is happening to Hades, guys?
I don't know.
He's
He's
dog
been-
bait.
Beaten up by Cerberus.
Oh,
I feel like me and John have been dominating the conversation. What do you guys feel about
Yeah, please shut us up.
Kingdom Hearts? Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack. Great show. I like how quiet it is. It's one of the quietest shows ever. I think it is the quietest show ever. But I know most people will be like, I don't really care about sound. Well, you don't notice it except when it's like generating the energy of the show. There's like a fucking episode where there's like a tower, there's 3 blind
Oh
archers.
God, I love that episode.
Yeah.
And there's like a wishing well at the tower, and he's just trying to get to it, but he can't get to it because the archers can literally hear him. And that's the one episode where you'll notice the sound more than ever just from the lack of it. But beyond that, last thing I'm gonna say is Samurai Jack is one of the most 2000 cartoons ever. Let me describe the premise to you.
Do it.
The samurai is now thrown into a future
By
where
what?
it's completely cyberpunk, but there's also aliens, and he doesn't understand the culture, and yet he still appreciates it because he learned how to love culture because acceptance is amazing,
Exactly.
and it's great. I'm not trying to criticize it, but like, I don't know. It's just it could only have been pitched in the 2000s. I don't think it could be pitched at any other time.
Yeah, the only reason it came back was because it was already such a just loved and established show.
If you said that in the 80s, they'd be like, that's too crazy. Why not just get like, a dog to solve mysteries like everyone else,
Because we already have like what, too many of it?
Yes, but when are they going to sing in their boy band?
Yeah.
See, this was like something that I appreciate about the 2000s the most. Like, it's something that we've taken. I wouldn't say taken for granted, but we got a lot from it. I feel like I talked about Samurai Jack a lot with you and Micah.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember what happened a year ago on this channel.
Jesus, Andy. What I love the most about that show was the angles. Like, you know what I mean? Like they
the
really
camera
felt like a
angles,
1960s
or
kind of like
the-
Japanese movie kind of thing, where it's silent. You have like a whole wide screen of the panoramic view and everything. Like, they really put into more detail what was in the background than just on the characters themselves.
Oh Jesus.
Next one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this one actually I've been thinking about revisiting. Time Squad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we touched on this a
Really?
little bit in the last session.
Because I only remember one episode where, like, the premise is they have to go back in time, like, time becomes unraveled after a while, they have to go back and fix it. And there's, like, one episode where the Boston Tea Party, they weren't feeling as rebellious, so instead they gave the Founding Fathers coffee, so they became crazy, so that
It
they
wasn't
would destroy all the
Founding Fathers, it
tea
was,
and hate of tea.
Yep. And then they dressed up as Native
And-
Americans.
I don't know, yeah.
I liked the one where they had Edgar Allan Poe actually being so happy. And they were like, we have to make him miserable. We have to make him miserable. Like the robot guy tries to take him to a graveyard, and he's being so poetic to him. And like the whole time you see Edgar Allan Poe just smiling at a graveyard. And he's like saying, yeah, but you know what, that's life. Everyone dies. It's perfectly okay. Look how beautiful these stones are.